Hello, beautiful light-filled souls. My name is Trisha Barker, and I'm so excited to finally connect with you. It's been a while. My last semester got busy there at the end, and I haven't made a video in a while. Love, love, love doing the interviews, so I look forward to many more of those. And I will start filming for the next summit, which I'm so excited to start sharing some of the speakers who will be at the next online summit. I'm partnering with Dr. Raymond Moody and Lisa Smart at University of Heaven, and we'll have three researchers and six near-death experiencers talking. I also hope that you'll check out the links for my writing workshops in 2019. I love supporting writers on their journeys and helping them conceptualize what direction they want to go, helping them revise. I don't like doing fine editing. That reminds me too much of my career as an English professor. I do like to talk about broader concepts and directions that you might change in your writing, and then support you in a developmental kind of way, but also offer some editing and revision techniques at times. So I hope you'll check out those links. I will be updating everything soon. I also want to talk about the fact that I do have a book coming out in April, and I'm thrilled about it. I do not understand why anyone would attack an English professor for writing. Like, we're supposed to publish. That's our job, is to put material out there. That's my specialty. It's kind of like if you attacked a doctor for working with patients and prescribing medicines, and I'm supposed to write. My entire career has been focused on teaching writing, analyzing writing, looking at writing, and I finally had enough time to write a book. Now, I was halfway through writing a young adult novel when National Geographic interviewed me, and I thought, you know what, the near-death experience continues to be something that people want to hear about. It offers comfort to people, and National Geographic just got such a tiny little bit of my story. I thought, that doesn't do it justice. It's really time to tell the whole story. And I checked in with God, I checked in with my guides, and everything was a go. In fact, I did this tarot reading right before beginning my book, and I'm not really big into tarot, but it was amazing. I couldn't have predicted, how these cards would lay out, but it really gave me a lot of incentive to continue on. There were so many signs along the way, so many helpers, and it's simply meant to be. So that process has been amazing and beautiful. And again, if you want to attack someone for writing and they're a writer, it just kind of blows my mind. I don't know what to say. I've written lots of poetry, lots of academic essays. I will finish that young adult novel at some point, and I will certainly write lots of academic materials and materials for college students in my future. But this book is important because I thought, well, if I'm going to write about a near-death experience, I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to take on some societal issues, and I'm going to take these on head first and really look at them in depth, because I was a young woman when I had my near-death experience. And then, you're given this heavenly, amazing experience where you connect with God and angels and the light, and live this connection in a real and deep, intrinsic way. And then you're thrown back into this world, and people act strange, people do horrible things, there's traumatizing things in this world, and then there's wonderful people too. And you try to make sense of how to translate that amazing experience into life here. And eventually I did realize that giving over one's mind, one's life to God is the most amazing, beautiful thing that you can do. And I have this practice now, which I would like to share with you, and maybe it'll help you in your life. I try not to ruminate on the way things have gone, and I try to always stay in a place of how they can be. And how I do that is I take that heavenly landscape that I experienced, and I put my highest good my highest wish, my highest hope in that heavenly landscape. So, say that you have a wish for a different career and you want that to manifest in different ways. You might just take all the feelings that you would feel if you were doing exactly what you wanted to do, if things were rolling along and you were experiencing life in the way that you wanted to experience it, and you just set that in this beautiful landscape. And it's kind of like a goal, but it's God's highest good for you, because sometimes we can't even figure out what would be our highest good, but you're just trusting this higher intelligence to figure out what is going to be best for you. So you put that goal there and you wake up every day as if it's done. And so you see it there, you imagine it there. I start my day with a meditation and I imagine it there. I believe it is there. I believe that it will filter into my life in the ways that it is meant to filter into my life. And it switches off negativity, it switches off fear, because it's just you and God and this heavenly landscape. Now, in this heavenly landscape, your ancestors, your angels, people who care about you, people who work for you, your guides can also participate in what it is that you want to experience. So if it's a change in career, if it is better health, if it is love, whatever the case might be, you just rest in assurance that it is all working out. And as long as you can hold that throughout your day, that will give you so much more joy and so much more energy to work toward the things that you're working toward. So you don't just give up and say, God's got it. It's this little switch that you turn on, and you're just more in tune with the light of perfection, the light of divinity, and how it might flow into your life in unexpected and wonderful ways. Now, if this is a daily practice, then it is easier to come back to it when life throws you off course. And life will throw you off course. That you can be guaranteed that it will, that people will shock you, people will traumatize you, people will do weird things, and you have to keep going. And you have to keep believing in that connection that you have to this place of divinity. And that other world and that other realm to me is real. And I hope that you can take my assurance and bring that into your life. I'm going to start producing some meditations, and I'm going to do that through Insight Timer. It takes almost a month or two for some of these to be uploaded, but ideas like this, I do want to take people through guided meditations to really integrate and activate some of that goal setting. And this is a little different from manifestation in that it is a participation, I think, with God. That many times we think we know what is best for our lives, and we think that, okay, this is what I must do, but we're given something that makes so much more sense a little bit later. You're like, oh, of course. No, this is what I'm meant to do. I thought it was this. So I always say that the feeling that you're going for is most important. So if you're just in that state of joy and gratitude and believing that what it is you want is here in your life, it really does have a way of working out pretty magically in various ways. So that said, I do want to say that this concept is, I think, compatible with Christianity and with Buddhism. The Buddhists often talk about meditations that clear suffering from this world and clear suffering from people. And that is part of this too. As you set your goal and your dream and what it is you want to experience and feel in this heavenly landscape, you might also see all of the negativity of this world. I visualize kind of this godlike sphere, and I see this negativity just being burned up in this light, and that everyone is returning to divinity, returning to peace, returning to greater health, and returning to who they are meant to be. And I try to do this for people who attack me, for people who have been awful to me, and then just society at large. Whenever I see something that is horrifying, I put that in that ball of light and believe that it can be transformed, that everyone can return to health, that there can be great restoration and great change within each individual. It doesn't mean that I walk with everyone who's a mess, but I do certainly send energy in that way. And I believe that to be real and tangible. And it's an important practice. I guess that's just kind of breaking down what being a light worker is it's imagining the highest good for yourself and participating in that highest good with God. And it's also participating in the clearing of negativity in this world. And that is, a very Buddhist practice, but it's also compatible with Christianity, that God's love and the love of Jesus is so healing and so redeeming for anyone who comes with an open heart. And so if you wake up every day with that open heart and that purity, then amazing things will happen in some really tough situations. And sometimes things can turn around in the most magical and bizarre of ways, but that is what I would like to give you tonight. Some thoughts that I've had recently, and I hope to tell you more about the summit, Insight Timer, the writing workshops, and also the near death experience online summit that will happen in late June of 2019. There's so much that's going on. I'm super excited, but I hope you have an amazing holiday season, and I hope that you are blessed, and I hope that you put your goals in that heavenly landscape and keep them there and participate with that energy of everyone on the other side who loves you so very much. May you be blessed.